Hello! I have begun. I'm going to do... Oh shit, scheiße. Right, so I'm gonna attempt to do... Well, not attempt, because I am going to do it. The Mage, the magic side quest. Not saying role quest, god damn. Yes, here we are. Here we are. Before that, I'm gonna buy a book. This book is still quite low level. I know I shouldn't, because I should just save tomes, but eh. Well, this is actually pretty cheap. Can get the new thing, so not something terribly expensive. Yeah, 15's not bad. Also looks similar. I might use that for glamour. Alright. I don't have the best gear, but what? Let's begin. But first, no. Let us begin. Let me guess. You're standing in front of Krieg, bounty hunter, on parole? Because you're in mind to aid me in... You're in mind to aid me in falling the dreaded Boroneris? I mean, it too. Nessus. Boronesis? Phronesis. The dreaded Phronesis. Let me guess. You're standing here. You're standing in front of Krieg. Krieg? Krieg, bounty hunter, non-parallel. Because you have a mind to aid me in falling the dread Phronesis. Do I have it right of it? Do I have the right of it? Or do I have the right of it? You have the right of it. Willing to throw caution to the wind and strike off to do better with an nigh indomitable foe, eh? Why? I've got a feeling the two of us will get along just fine. Yeah, I have a big pointy hat too. Allow me to elaborate. Phronesis isn't just your run-of-the-mill stray senator. He is one of the nastiest the realm has seen, formed from the remains of one of those gods' damned warriors of light. There are 4 of them. All told, crawled up from the biles of the deepest hells, bowels of the deepest My mic is acting up again. Bowels of the deepest hell. After all, buried for nigh a century, if tales are true, people have come to call them the cardinal virtues. Cardinal virtues. Cardinal virtues. Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's better. Phronesis was none other than the Archmage's Neopert. Whose baleful magics was feared through realm over. Though it only been a few short years, since he first showed up in Armory, he's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, the local merchants have placed a heavy bounty on his head. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fall a fiend single-handedly and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion. That's where you come in. Provided that you can prove to me. Provided you can prove to me that you possess the rather specialized set of skills that I require. I promise I'd make it worth your while. Not a bad offer. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up for the task, come find me in Armory. I mean to set off there shortly. Maybe it's too pointy. This isn't fully the Shire gear.
So the plan is, once I do this, and then the healer, which I'll probably try to do tomorrow, I'm going to do the united one. Not Galucia. That's Almaring. That's the right one. And this one's to fire.
Right away. So you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another senator as far less imposing specimen than for Phronesis. Phronesis, of course, has been sighted just to the west of here. Prove to me you have the skill to back up your words and talk later. We'll talk after. We'll talk after. We'll talk after.
Yep, I have the little dude out.
Good show, friend. I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in the battle has left me with little doubt. Seems I've found myself a formidable ally. And so I'll extend the offer in earnest. Help me hunt down Phronesis, and we'll split the bounty down the middle. Well, what do you say? That's the spirit. Now, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me to Mortsuk, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in on the details. Welcome to Mortsuk, my friend. As you see, it's bustling. It's a bustling trade post, frequented by merchants from across the realm. As it was before Phronesis showed up. Phronesis showed up and started preying on the unwaiting travelers. Hence the bounty you see. The lucrative reward has attracted the attention of many capable bounty hunters. After the one capable bounty hunter after the next. Yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. those few who have seen Phronesis and returned to tell the tale speak of great horror they witness, carnivorous black holes. Cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. People have taken to calling them and the hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has time to lay eyes on Phronesis before he summons forth Earth and the hollows, which proceeds to consume everything in sight. And I do mean everything. Just the other day, an entire caravan was devoured by the hollows. Leave. 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 Leaving only nothingness behind. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of our reality, gateways to another world, to other worlds. To put it another way, at any rate, suffice to say that the next man to come back from the void will be the first. And yet there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Phronesis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or settlements. He simply shambles across the way, summoning hollows, one after the next, and the destruction following is a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near the fiend is tantamount to suicide. Even attacking from afar has been all but futile, as Phronesis simply summons the hollow and consumes every incoming arrow. Every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attacking foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunter has all but thrown up their hands. Even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm of a different mind, however. The way I see it, if only there were a way to neutralize the hollows, we'll need more than stand a chance against Phronesis himself. This is why I acquire your services. Your easy triumph over the Sin Eater spoke true. You're a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you.
Whoa, I wore my smart outfit.
Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden. So I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. Don't worry. And with that, I'd best get to it. Once I've formulated a proper plan of attack, then we'll speak again. Until then, I suggest you continue to hone your casting skills. The battle that awaits us will not be so easy one. There you are, and your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, A little birdie tells me that Phronesis is sighted in the vicinity not long ago. Don't you worry, I have no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the senator from afar, and we might observe the hollows with our own eyes and formulate a suitable plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from the merchant, and a merchant acquaintance of mine at the Crystarian. By setting it on Phronesis' trail, I mean to gauge just how wide of a berth we must keep from the fiend so as not to be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for the fellow friend. His sacrifice will be key to our success. And yet, as you can see, it's not quite in the best state of repair. Pray lend me the hand in procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. You're a lifesaver, friend. I just spotted nasty-looking sand skin Sibylle lurking about the east of here. And I do believe one of their attendants should serve well. Should serve well. Should serve well. Should serve well. To put some spring back into the little fella's step. Snag one for me and I'll see to the repairs. Any luck finding the attendant? For my part, I've acquired everything that should serve as a makeshift gear. Cost me an arm and a leg, but hey, if it helps us claim the bounty in the end, it'll be more than worth it. Perfect. Yes, I reckon this is durable and lasting enough to replace the mannequin's strapped drive belt. I'll fetch my toolbox and I'll fetch my toolbox and get started straight away. In the meantime, why don't you scout us out a suitable lookout point. Phronesis is last sighted just southeast of town. Try to find us a spot not on high ground, out of sight of the main thoroughfare.
I don't know what kind of voice I'm giving him. It's just a voice that won't destroy my voice.
Oh there, friend. As you can see, our Croco friend is back. In tip-top shape. And since it appears you found us a perfect lookout spot, why don't we get down to business? I'll kindle us a fire. We might be here for a while. Well, I'll be. There's the bastard. Look. Look closely now. And hold your gaze. And hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror for your own wait. Wait your wait your wait, wait. Wait your own. Wait your own. It wait. Wait your own two eyes. Wait your own two eyes. With your own two eyes. No. No. We mustn't send out the mannequins too soon. We mustn't send out the mannequin too soon. If Ronisis sees it, he may very well blast it to bits before it has the chance to investigate the hollows. Investigate the hollows. Investigate the hollows. Investigate. Investigate the hollows. And there he goes. I sent a mannequin in his trail. In to tail him, trail him. Let's sit back and watch the show. Just as I expected. Nothing without a trace. Gone without a trace. Shed no tears. Shed no tears for our little friend. Through his sacrifice we now know just how much distance we must keep from the hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take care not to wander too close. At least, lest you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. It's as if a shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck any and everything into the void. I've seen many a horrific sight in my day, but this sent a shiver up my spine. Hey, let me out. It's so dark in here. Why the pale face, friend? You look as if you've seen a ghost. A voice, you say? From inside the hollow? But that's impossible. Is anyone out there? Please, help me. Help me get out of here. That's the voice. Was that a voice? Is someone out there? If you can hear me, please. You must help me. I can't see anything. No road, no trees. Not even the aether currents to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place? This voice. What in the God's name is it saying? The voice of a boy, you say, claims he's lost inside, with no aether currents to follow. Sounds like he's adrift in the flood. No, not unlike what would happen if an aetherite to which one was transporting was destroyed in mid-journey. Wait a minute. What if there was a way you could channel your aether into the abyss, into the void? Might that not help your etheric form to serve as a beacon of sort to guide the child back to us? Of course, not that I know how we'd go about that. You reckon you could do just that? I won't even think of I wasn't even thinking of asking how do you do your damnedest. Wicked White, and I knew you were no ordinary sinner. Wicked White, I knew you were no ordinary sinner, but even still, you find ways to surprise me. Where am I? Well, I'd be damned. There was a child inside. Our little expedition has left us with more questions than answers, eh? But for now, this boy needs our care. Let us carry him back to Mortsuk and find him a warm bed and some nourishment. Fly with the monkey vibe. I'm just monkeying around. The boy rests now. He is weak but not wounded. That's as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of the hollows? If so, might they also be turned to our world alive? There is much we can ask him when he awakes. God, Mike is nice. On another subject, this might be an odd question, but have you ever looked after a child before? As a matter of fact, you don't say. In that case, it's all yours. I'm jesting. Friend, I can't very well tie you down here forever. Don't worry not, I'll manage it somehow. Manage. I suppose the first order of the day should be to get some food in his belly. He does look terribly pale. After all, he thinks I'll go hunting for some meat. No, perhaps I. Or perhaps I should take him to a physician first. After all, he may be suffering from some ailment inscrutable to the eye. Or maybe I should. Damn it all, I knew I wasn't cut off for this. Ah, there you are. Ah, there you are. Ah, there you are. Oh, you'll be happy to know. You'll be happy to know that the boy's awakened seems to be no worse for wear. Physically speaking, at least. That's just one rub, you see. There's just one rub, you see. He has no recollection of where he came from, just how he managed to get swallowed up into the void. In fact, other than his own name, Tana, he can't remember much of anything at all. He seems a good lad, mind you, eating my half-arsed cooking with smile and nary a word of complaint. Yet, I reckon he's hurting inside and badly. We must reunite him with his parents. With all due haste. Speed, even. I suggested that he goes for a stroll around Mortsuk, in the hopes that the sight might help jog his memories. He can't have wandered far. Why don't you go check up on him? Don't tell me. You're the one who rescued me from the flow, yes? Yes? I feel from you the same warmth that reached out to me when I was adrift in the aether. Well, I'll be damned, the boy's a sharp one. And that's not the least of it. The carer who examined him says that they could feel great power welling up from within him. Despite his young age, Taylor does seem to possess a remarkable command of magic arts. Perhaps I do, and yet I cannot say. Try as I might, I can recall nothing of who I am or where I came from. Only the darkness. No need to apologize, boy. You did well just to find it. Make it back to us. Speaking of which, can you remember anything at all, of what you feel when you were adrift in the void? What I remember, or at least I think I do, I recall a vague sensation of someone pushing me along, someone passing alongside me. Indeed, I believe this is what froze me rouse me from my slumber. If the hollows truly are a gate between worlds, what would that would mean? That someone recently traveled from ours to another, or from another to ours. But that's not possible, or is it? You'd be surprised. You know something I don't, friend? Worry not. I won't pry for details. Details. Well, well. No sense racking our brains. No sense racking our brains over matters beyond our comprehension. Let's concentrate on what we can do, namely finding the boy here a home. No doubt his memories will come back to him in due time. You'd truly do that for me? But the two of you have already saved my life. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. It is no burden at all. Besides, if we can figure out just who you are and where you come from, it's just might lead us to the answer we seek. Now, let's consider the options. One possibility is that you're an orphan, or all alone in this world and not a soul to care for you or look after you. And yet, this seems unlikely. Unlikely. Yes, the mystical power you possess says otherwise. If you are truly as skilled in magic as they say, then it stands to reason that someone trained you in the arts. Who this master of yours is, and whether you are of their blood or simply receiving their tutelage, this I cannot say, but either way, I'm certain they're worried sick about you. If that's truly is so, I would very much like to meet this person too. That settles it then. Let's get down to business, to defeat the city birds. I look forward. I took the liberty of inquiring about Suk and the Crystarium, unfortunately. There has been reports of missing persons matching Taino's description. Which means that we have no choice but to take our search elsewhere. I know of a merchant in town whose travel often takes him far afield. Let us have a talk with him and see if he's heard any helpful rumors.
Why is it always the monkey?
Impressive how Taina managed to keep himself together, eh? The boy is mature beyond his years, no doubt. The two of you are far too kind. I cannot thank you enough. Rumor of a missing boy, you say? Funny that you ask. It's a long shot, I reckon, but I overheard something the other day that might be of use. on my way to Motsu. Talk something over a moment. On my way to Motsu. On my way to Motsu, I stopped over in the inn at Journey's End. There I made a ailing mage. As the carers told it, he's been ambushed by sea eaters and was separated from his child in the combat. Bloody hells, could it be if the sea eaters that attacked the poor man was prosthesis? Phronesis. That will explain everything. Everything. That would explain. That would, that would explain everything. 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 Eh, Everything. This man is saying, speaking of, it could be my father. We must go to him at once. Agreed. I only hope this man is no. There is no point of presuming that worst. Let us make for the inn. Let us make for the inn. For the inn. And see what the carers there can tell us. I have 3 more after this. 66. No, 66. 76, 78, and 80. Loading. Dear Lord, this lady is loading. Oh there. Oh there. I heard a mage is in your care who's lost his boy. Well, I do believe we found him right here. I'm afraid there would be some mistake. The boy in question here has already been found. This is him right here. What? So it wasn't my father after all. This boy with you, he too, has been separated from his family? Just so. We heard that a man here was looking for a son and we just hoped. Alas, it seems it wasn't meant to be. But there are many people here, yes? Might I ask around and see if any of the others are my family? But of course. Yet many of the people here are quite ill, and in any case in considerable pain. It is not a place for a young child to walk around unattended. Indeed, it is not. Guessing that means either myself or Gujak has here should accompany him.
I'll go with him. The walk might help me, take my mind off things.
Not a bad idea, if the lad doesn't mind. I reckon Nor would rather be with someone of his own age. Taking his mind off things. Speaking of which, how is the boy's father holding up?
I fear the poor man has already departed on this journey. He is not a man no longer. Chal insists upon staying by his father's side until the last. I permitted this out of respect for him, though part of me regrets the choice. None so young should suffer such horrors. It was some small solace to learn that he has living relatives who reside at the Crystarium. In fact, I was just making preparations to escort him there myself.
I see. Reckon we should also find someone to look after Tanner as well. Don't get me wrong, friend. I haven't given up on give up the prospect of finding the boy's family, but we have no leads and a deadly sin eater still on the loose. If the lad tags along and with us every step of the way, he's far more likely to end up dead or worse than ever reunite with his family. Here's what I propose. We find someone to watch. We find someone to watch after Taina. For the time being, get back on the hunt and gather whatever clue we can before his origins along the way.
Very well, but we must see that he is safe.
Aye. That goes without saying. Let us have a talk with the proprietor of the Wandering Stairs. He's a kindly old chap and knows damn near everyone in these parts. With any luck, he'll be able to direct us to a willing, able guardian. On guardian. Look, I don't like this any more than you do. But it's the best we can do for the boy given our circumstances. At any rate, let's find him and share the news. Don't worry, it's my decision. I tend to take responsibility for it.
Emmerich Healer? I got my, why should I do this?
Yo. Look at that. Look at that.
I have my my astrologian at level 80 now. Huzzah! I am sorry, it's all my fault.
Bad news, friend. It seems that two boys, two young ones, got into a quarrel of sorts and Tana up and ran away. Seems the lad mentioned how he came out of one of the hollows and the other boy put two and two together and figured he'd get attacked by sin eaters.
And I said my dad was attacked by a sin eater and then he turned into one himself. So I asked, what if you turned into the sin eater too? Tana's face went all white. He kept saying, "Do you mean? What do you mean?" over and over again. I couldn't take anymore. Before I knew it, I shouted at him, "Shut up, just shut up. I bet you're turning into a sin eater already. Why? Why would I say such a mean, nasty thing?"
Don't be so hard on yourself, lad. Both of you have a long, rough road. Had a long, rough go of it these past few days. Nobody could blame either of you for feeling a bit on edge. But must hurry and find Tana. Tana, before he comes to harm. Let's split up. I'll search the west and you take the east. And be careful out there.
I do like Tana's story. I need a straight back.
That's one crazy hat.
Whoa! Bronesis. Bronesis.
Bronesis. Well, when I heard the clamor of battle, I feared the worst. But I see you have everything under control. Are you okay, lad? Are you okay, lad?
Forgive me. I don't deserve this kindness. This kindness. It was just so scary. I was just so scared. I was worried about what would become of me if I never cover my memories. And then I started thinking, what if I ended up like the boy's father? What if it's already happening to me?
There's no matter. There's one matter you needn't worry yourself with. The carer who examined you told me as much. You suffer no direct wounds. You're in no more danger of turning into an eater than Gudrak or me.
Is that so? That's good to hear. But I must apologize to that boy. I should have known better than to badger him about such things, especially after what happened to his father. Father. Father.
Funny thing, that he was saying the same thing about you. You both have good hearts, lad, and you've been through more than any man should. There's no need to be ashamed about your emotions. About your emotions.
There's still so much I don't understand about this world. Why does no one here know of me? Am I doomed to be alone for the rest of my days? Why must it be this way? If only I could remember something, anything. I'm sick of not knowing who I am. I'm sick of being alone.
Echo power! Now it's your turn, Dana. And do not be disheartened by your last attempt. Even the greatest of mages have no failure.
Your command of magic is equal to mine. I know. If I can succeed, there is no reason why you cannot. For your mind of worry and focus. Thank you, Nilbert. I should try my best.
Wicked White. Are you alright, Gudrak?
More than 100 years old, kid. I remember now. I was standing here on the blind lighted plains, my head hung low in shame. Then Albert turned to me and smiled and heartily said, Albert, Albert. Why does that name sound so familiar?
I reckon we've much to discuss. We're now in Dogard's forsaken place. Let's head back to the inn and see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
Albert, Albert.
I'm trying to be able to straighten my back. Straighten my back to see if I can do it.
I do hope he'll forgive me.
We have much to discuss, but first we must let the two boys make their peace.
Taylor, are you alright? I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have said those nasty things. Forgive me for reacting as I did. I'm fine. In fact, I seem to have recovered some of my memories. Really? That's wonderful. Maybe you wouldn't feel so scared and alone anymore. I'm leaving to go live in the Crystarium with my relatives. Promise me you'll come visit. I mean, after you get your memories back and all, of course. It's a promise. Until next time, my friend.
I knew the two of you would work things out. Now, let us return to Moksuk. We have more than our share of questions that we need answering.
I cannot help but feel I almost made a promise to that boy in my Albert, was it?
As I said it, as I saw it, first you fainted. All of a sudden, when you came to, a portion of Taina's memories have returned. What in the world happened out there?
I have the power called an echo. I can see past events, future events, other events, and talk to things that cannot be talked to.
The power to see into the past, eh?
And you're certain that Gudrak's description matches up with your recollection of the past?
Don't know how to break this to you, lad, but your friend Albert, as that was with you that day, is no ordinary boy. He's none other than the very man who has become Phronesis, one of those goddamn warriors of light. If he was just a young child in your memories, that means that what you saw took place over 100 years ago. And that is what just is that it was just a coincidence, another boy with the same name, but judging from the formidable command of magic, we can assume it's him. It was him.
On the way back, I managed to recall some more about Nelbert and myself. We were taken in by a group of mages, a consortium of sorts. They were searching for a means to open a hole to another world, and were recruiting young children with high magical aptitude for the task. Nelbert and myself were the two they chose.
You can't be serious, and yet that would explain the Senator's ability to summon those damned hollows. And if you process the same knowledge and training, possess the same knowledge and training of Nelbert as Nelbert did, it could also explain why you were able to survive there all this time. What I don't understand is why didn't you age at all?
I cannot say for sure, but and yet my memory, they're slowly coming back to me. In time I may be able to help you find a way to close the hollows.
You're a lifesaver if you could. Don't burden yourself, you're still recovering. After all, in the meantime, don't worry. Jack and I will see that you're safe. I'd thought Taylor was just a victim of a Sin Eater. I think he was actually friends with the man himself. But a man himself. But when he was still a man. This can't be simply a coincidence. Yes, I'm convinced of it now. The kid holds the key to defeating Phronesis. We must keep him safe and not let him out of our sights. Besides, look at how hard he's trying to recover his memories. I'm not as heartless as to kick the poor lad aside before he figures matters out. Figured even. But we cannot very well rush things. You and I will continue to prepare for the battle ahead, while waiting for the rest of Tana's memories to come back to him. Ah, that's it. If it's alright with you, if it's alright with you, lad.
I'm sorry. I cannot. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. I couldn't possibly burden you further. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. I couldn't possibly. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. I couldn't possibly burden you further. Couldn't. I can't. I'm so sorry. I couldn't possibly burden you any further.
Look, lad. Look, lad. Look, lad. I've only known you a short while, but I tell you, I can tell you've a good heart and a good head on your shoulders. I can only can only begin to imagine the horror you've been through. Mention the fear and uncertainty you face now. But I want to promise you, I want you to promise me this. No more apologies. You are no burden to us, not the least, not in the least. You're a valuable member of our band. And as long as you as long as you're willing, as long as you're willing, I want you with us. Isn't that right, Gudrak? I see. Thank you, Craig. Shrig? Is it Shrig or Craig? Craig. Thank you, Gudrak. I will aid your quest in whatever way I can. Now that's more like it. Let's count on. Look, we're counting on you, lad. God, I take it a lot longer because of my microphone problems. Good news, friend. Tainer has told me that his memories are starting to come back to him. There's one recollection in particular he says he's eager to discuss with the two of us. Tell me, lad, what is it? It's time. As time goes on, my memories of my earlier days returns to me piece by piece. Piece by piece. Albert and I were born to members of a great consortium of wizards, of mages even. For our earliest years, we were tutored in the magical arts by some of the realm's greatest scholars. Consortium leaders sought a way to open holes in time and space, a portal to other worlds from which they could summon forth beasts of great power. Albert and I were chosen to participate in the research. The consortium leaders sought a way to open portals to summon our Albert and our chosen in the research. Summoning great beasts from beyond the world, from beyond our world. You're a wizard, Kudrak. Is that even possible?
Perhaps he's speaking of voice scent.
Void scent? Never heard of them. But I take the answer as yes. They just come up with the damnedest ideas. And yet, I don't understand why ever would they use two young boys for such a dangerous experiment?
The beasts our masters sought to summon resides in the plane, distant from our own. Reaching across such a great distance require tremendous storage of innate etherical power. And so our master set out about to breed the perfect mage. Marriage was arranged as to wed the mightiest members of the consortium to one another in hopes that they could bring forth children of theretofore unheard of magical aptitude. Finally, this succeeded.
Eugenics. So you were born an Albert.
Indeed, from even that before we could speak, we were taught the complex incantations required to breach the borders beyond worlds. We practiced these spells day after day, night after night, for which seemed an eternity. At long last we were deemed ready to attempt the summoning. Sadly, the experiment ended in failure. The pull from the other side, from beyond the rift, was too strong to resist, and I was sucked in to a hollow of my own creation. And I remained trapped alone and adrift in the empty void, until Kudrak came, called me back to this world. Alas, over a century has passed since the fateful day.
And the first thing I still don't, and the one thing I still don't understand is, if so many years have truly passed, why is it that you have not aged in a whit, even a whit?
I cannot say for certain. I remember the words of one of my teachers. Rift is not unlike a border between countless worlds, a place that exists beyond time and space. If it is true that the rift exists outside of our concept of time, then it is all too possible that even seconds spent in the empty pocket could comprise to months, years, or decades in our world.
And so you've returned to us just as you were that day, even while over a century has passed for the rest of us. Why didn't Gilbert save you? Shouldn't it have been as simple as opening up another portal to the void? Where you were trapped?
I fear that would be close to impossible. Opening the portal and reaching as far into the rift as we did require all of our energies to be focused in unison.
So in losing you, not only did Albert lose his friend, he lost his only chance to save you. Talk about being dealt a rough hand.
Fear not. I have good news to share as well. I do believe I've managed to recall the incantation needed to summon them and manipulate the hollows. Summoning beasts from beyond the rift is far beyond my power, but I just might be able to seal the hollows. Phronesis so enjoys summoning. What say you, friends? Shall I give it a try?
Oh, now that's magic. That's music to my ears. But let's not be too hasty. After all, the last time I tried to use this magic, there was some complication, to say the least. Yes, we must take necessary precaution before confronting Phronesis. In earnest, let us meet outside the village, where Tainer could test out his magic, safe from harm. Look at White. You did it, lad.
Sadly, I have not the strength to reach further beyond, nor keep the portal open for more than a few moments, though I will need further training before I can face.
Phronesis, where in the hells did this bastard come from? Damn it all, I'm too close. I can feel it pulling me in.
No, Norbert. These are my friends. You mustn't hurt them. This isn't good. The cave-ins completely sealed off the tunnel. Behind us. We're no recourse but to press on without our comrades. You heard her? Wouldn't it be? What it will be?
I suppose it falls to us to slay the beast and collect the bounty. Perhaps you and your band would care to take the lead?
Spare me your jabs. You have no intention of giving us your prize. Mind you, I too made a promise to my comrades. A promise I mean to keep. Keep.
Bah.
I tell you. Told you the splitting up was a bad idea. If Brendan and Doré were here, the second-rate spellcaster would be no match for us. Now, silly Silva. Let's not forget who our true foe is here. Clement, you're certain that if we slay this monstrosity, the cave-in will cease? According to the miners, the beast was left. It was such sighted on the same day the tremors began. Its very presence sucking the count dry of his aether. We dwarves know these caves as well as we know our own bodies. Trust me. Then I suppose we'd best make short work of it before anything comes crashing down. Everything even. Where do you think you're going?
Mine apologies. I take your ceaseless prattling as an invitation to proceed on my own. Think yourself clever, do you? Your uncommon confidence to think you can fail the beast without aid? Answer me this. Why is it you are so intent on claiming the bounty on your own? The bounty. Why indeed? Why indeed? At any rate, unless you've mind to stand around here until we all get crushed, we'd best be moving on, yes? Finally, something we can agree on. And so I have a proposal. Let's see. Band together until our battle here is won? The tremors grow stronger, no doubt a cave-in is imminent. Let us vanquish the enemy with our combined strength and put this place before it becomes our tomb. Until the battle is won, then. After that, I get my own way. I'll go my own way.
Your aid is most welcome, Albert. Let us make short work of the beast and take our leave.
Indeed. Drunken Blizzard?
he a Ronkin? But it seems we are not the only ones stuck in here, eh? I have a bad feeling about this.
First the lightning, then the fire.
Consider it done, have you? Wait. What's that? It's leading deeper within. We really should have asked for the map. Not that it has been much use after all the cave-ins. Oh, that's a big boy. Still think you could have managed on your own, Mage? Perhaps. It would have been more of a struggle than I expected. That's him. He's the one who drinks the aether of the mine. Alright, let's put this oversized bull out to pasture. Celia? Lamet? Norbert with me. My magics are yours. For now. I'll take the front. Battle is on.
Terror flare!
Get the ads.
Get the money! Falling star.
Another earthquake. This bodes ill. To my side. I'll heal your wounds.
Oh, falling star. Falling star.
Whoa. We've done it. Now, to find ourselves a way out. The tremors continue. But why? Fiend has been vanquished and its aether returned to the mountain. Were we wrong? No, it was not the creature itself. It was that was causing the earthquakes. Yes. The crystal courses with my inconceivable magic power. A vast wellspring of
Aether accumulated over the ages. Yes, the beast was but a hungry creature, drawn here by the stone as I was. You have no interest in the bounty after all. The stone has been left unchecked for too long. The sheer volume of Aether it houses now is so vast and overwhelming it threatens to bring the entire mountain down. For how many years have I searched for it? This precious relic that could afford me the power needed to save my friend. You mean to take the stone from this place? But then, what would happen to the mountain? If the Aether is not returned to the earth, it is but a matter of time until the mine collapses. The miners, those who live at the foot of the mountain, countless lives will be lost. There's no time. What can we do? Taina, my friend. Damn it. Damn it all! The tremors have stopped. Taina, pray forgive me. I promise you this as long as I walk this earth. I shall never give up hope. Stone was yours to do. Stone was yours to do, but as you please, and still you choose the fate of others over that of your friend. In return for your sacrifice, I would make you an offer. Come with us and let us join in your search for the means to save your friend, your comrade. The life of an adventurer isn't an easy one, but I dare say you strike me as the sort who just might enjoy it. So, what say you? We'll travel the realm together and lend our strength at whatever unfortunate soul we encounter. Along the way, and who knows, before you know it, we just might stumble upon a way to rescue your Taina. I I would like that very much. Tana, forgive me. I may have failed you today, but mark my words. For as long as I walk this land, I will not abandon hope. I will find a way to bring you back to me. But today I find myself in the company of new companions, and from now on I will lend them my strength, just as they lend theirs mine. To me. Gudrak, are you alright? Worry not. Worry not. Phronesis is long gone. I launched a few arrows in the direction. While it was distracted by Tainter's spell, it just stole away. Anyhow, I'm glad you're awake and on your feet again. Come on, let's hurry back to Mortsuk before the bastard has a change of heart. And come back for us.
Amotsuk.
You really gave us a scare back there. Clutching her head in pain with a deadly senator in plain sight. Let me guess, you have another one of your visions, didn't you? Get white. So that's how Norbert and Albert met up. Just goes to show you that in times of crisis, even bitterest of rivals can turn fast friends. Now let's see if I have this straight. Norbert made it his life's mission to save Tana. Here, knowing that his own energies couldn't suffice, he went in search for a relic that would afford him the etheric power needed to reach beyond this world. And deep in the mines that day he found it. Yet in the end he decided to sacrifice the stone in his own cause to save the lives of the countless innocents who calls the mountain home. And so did he take his first step down the path of a hero, a warrior of light.
So that's why he came back to this place. Why he still summons hollows. So he did so many years ago.
Aye. There can be no doubt. Believe now. Even now, he's become even now that he's become a senior, bereft the memory, reason, and any sense of his own actions. The ghastly shell of what's Albert still haunts the wastelands, searching for a way to bring back his own friend. Searching for a way.
I only knew him as a child, and the whole idea of seniors and warriors alike. It was all as new to me. Even as the pieces come together, I cannot truly believe that Nelbert and this Phronesis were one and the same. But when our gazes first met, standing out there in the wastes, in an instant I knew it without question. This was my friend, a friend who had been searching for me for all these years. At least, I know what I must do. I must stop Phronesis, that my dear friend may finally find peace. Together we can do this. Ah, scheiße. Thank you, my friend. In the battle, I was able to push Phronesis. This is hollow. Thank you, my friend. Friends, battle I was able to push Phronesis is hollow away from Craig. If only a short distance. With training. With 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 with. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. With more training, I'm certain I can learn to close them entirely. After all, we've already seen from you. I've no reason to doubt you. If you're game, so are we.
Finally, some cause for hope. Eh? But still, we must exercise caution. The last time the boy worked his magic, our foe showed up faster than you can say Phronesis. While this might be a simple coincidence, the likelihood is high that the casting of the spell itself summoned the senior to us. We'd best avoid casting any similar incantations until we've prepared for the final confrontation. I want you to stay close for now. Devote yourself to your studies and hone your skills to whatever degree you can in the safety of the village. In the meantime, Gudraken will double our training efforts as well. Shall we continue in finding a way to counteract the hollows? It will come down to our firepower against our foes. We must be at full strength for the battle, lest we allow victory to slip between our fingers.
La 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 la. This is the way I talk.
The look in your eyes, yes. I can see that you have gained much strength since the last we met. You'll be pleased to hear that Tainer has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. The boy believes he has regained much of the knowledge and skills he possessed before being sucked to the pocket of time and space. An admirable feat. An admirable feat, considering that it was not long ago he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet there is no aspect of his training that has yet to be addressed. There's one. But put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the magic necessary to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. If the battle with Phronesis is my first, I fear my concentration would be disturbed all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy into the wilds, and he might acclimatize himself to the battlefield, and further hone his command of magic in the process. And yet we must keep a wide berth of all Moraine, where we are about to encounter Phronesis before we can fully prepare. The result would be disastrous. And so I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe that there is much the boy can learn from your example. Excellent. Then let us make for the lakeland. The beasts in the forest of the lost shepherd should prove a fair challenge for the lad. Fly, my Namazu.
Yeah. Ooh, you're dressed in a new outfit, Tainer. Nor.
This outfit was a gift from Craig. Do you think it suits me?
Ah, there he is. Now, shall we go down? Get down to, is something the matter?
How do you like my new clothes, Gudrak? Not only are they stylish, why I can just feel the power welling up from deep within me. They were a present from Craig. Craig. Isn't he the best?
It was a simple investment. Nothing more. We must seize every possible advantage if we hope to triumph over our foe. But enough idle chit-chat. We have work to do, Gudrak. I will ask you to begin by setting an example for the boy. Show him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. We cannot very well just toss him into the Wolverines. After all, Wolverine's all on his own. How can we? So why don't you get out there and hunt down one for us? Tainer, watch carefully and let Gudrak show you how it's done.
I need to summon my pet. Make sure the burb is not going away. Put him on healer mode. Behold.
That was incredible. The sheer destructive power of your spells. Where you seamlessly weave out incantations after the next. Everything. But tell me, what would you say is most important? Most important thing a mage could keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? Just blast your foe with everything you've got? Cast your spells in proper sequence is the key. Casting spells in the proper sequence is the key. Well, I am a summoner, so. Ah, but of course, thank you, Gudrak. I will endeavor to put everything I have learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. Drat! Where did I? No, that's not. Curses! Just stay still so I can hit you already.
Steady now. Don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus.
Alright, focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Ow. That's smart.
I've seen enough of this. Forgive me, friend. I was beginning to fear that for the boy's dignity, if not his life.
Oh dear. I didn't go nearly as well as I hoped.
Don't get so down. Now, boy, on yourself, lad. I shouldn't have jumped in the way I did. I dare say you were starting to get the hang of it there at the end.
I thought it would be a simple enough task to follow Kudrak's lead, but when the savage creature stared me down, I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice.
Indeed, it is not the strength of your magic status that you simply must learn to compose yourself.
What do you think, Kudrak? Are there any other words of wisdom you might offer me?
You simply need more practice. Practice? Practice.
Thank you. I'm sure you're right. I can't allow the foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will go better, I promise you.
Yeah. Yes, the boy will be fine. I must stay my hand.
I did it. The battle is won.
Now that's how you wallop a wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory.
You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Kudrak. Here. To show me the way. You have my thanks.
Don't let up now, boy. You must keep paddling till all that you've learned comes second nature. Now, are you ready? The boy fights with awareness, composure. I do believe he's earned himself a respite and some more worthy opponent next time around.
That was rather more difficult than I expected. Yeah, thanks to you and Craig. I feel like I can hold my own on the battlefield now.
I'd have to agree. The way you made short work of the last critter I'd say it's time to find you a more worthy foe. Let us return to Mortsuk and plot our next course of action.
Oh, Tsuka's right down here.
You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Gudrak. Hells, I dare say, old Craig has come to could learn a thing from the two of you. You've taught him not only how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. With those fundamentals under his belt, it is just a matter of time and practice until he's ready to face Phronesis. I promise you, my friend, I will not let you down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I best go and write down all I've learned today.
I promise you, my friend, I will not let you down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must best go and write down all I've learned today, while it's fresh in my memory.
Such passion and determination. This must be the boy. This must be the boy he always was. Before his time beyond the rift stole from him his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself to his training, and aimed that he might help us fall Phronesis and bring his friend a measure of salvation. There is no telling what course of battle will take. I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe it is a necessary step for him in order to forge himself a new future. For Taina's sake and for the sake of those who call Almering home, we must triumph in this battle. Not to mention for the sake of our coin purse, eh? At any rate, I will leave you to your training and return to my own. The final confrontation is close at hand, and we must be ready. Well now, look who's back, and looking more imposing than ever. I might add you'll be pleased to know that Taina's command of magic has advanced by leaps and bounds since you left. Says he's finally convinced he can hold his own against Phronesis. Truth be told, I worry about the boy. He's as devoted as he is to his training. I can't help but notice a sad, uneasy look in his eyes. From time to time, he insists it's nothing, of course, but I remain unconvinced.